Good morning again, Mr. Mayor, members of Wichita City Council. John Todd, 1559 Payne, Wichita, Kansas. Today you are considering giving out a $48,000 forgivable loan out of the public treasury. When thinking about how to respond to the potential gift money out of the public treasury, I have to ask, quote, does this sound like the economic formula that has blessed our city and country with the wealth and prosperity we enjoy today? I'm reminded of a gentleman who served in the Wichita City Council from the 3rd District several years ago, the late Mr. Phil Lamke. I will never forget Mr. Lamke's routine response when he was asked to support requests of this nature you're considering today. He would say, well, I can't put it into words, but I will tell you I will not be voting for this project today because it doesn't sound like the American way of doing business. During the recent City Council election campaigns, several candidates who are now serving on the City Council were asked their response to forgivable loans as an economic development incentive tool. I appreciate the response or the comments made earlier by Councilmember O'Donnell, and I support what he had to say about his opposition to giving money out of the public treasury, the redistribution of wealth. On the stump, there was clearly no one at that time who supported the use of forgivable loans. If any of the candidates then who now are serving on the City Council vote for the forgivable loan that's being proposed today, I would request that you explain your change of philosophy to your constituents who elected you, who are watching on Channel 7 television today. Potentially giving away $48,000 out of a $500 billion budget doesn't sound like much. However, if you're of the mind to give $48,000 away, why not consider reducing 48,000 household water bills by $1 each, or 4,800 household water bills by $10 each? This provides broader and much more meaningful relief to your constituents out there. The risking of $48,000 of public money belonging to thousands of taxpayers and giving it to one business does not seem like the American way to economic prosperity to me. As stewards of the public treasury, you need to protect the public's interest today by denying this forgivable loan request. Thank you.
Any questions?
Clinton Cohen, 4611 South Washington Court. I think it's funny that you say it's only $48,000, but that's $48,000 of taxpayer money. If you double that, is it only $96,000? If you double that, is it only $192,000? Where is the breaking point? And then I noticed that these economic incentives are being used as a bargaining tool. Basically, you have municipalities blackmailing each other through companies. It's not right, and it shouldn't be done. Economic incentives do not make economic sense. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, and for the last time today. Thank Susan Estes again. I really enjoyed the discussion that we've had today. I think there's been some excellent questions. Councilwoman Williams, I think yours is an excellent question, because that whole thing of how do we define a position and how it lasts is, I think, important policy moving forward. But another question or comment was raised about egregiousness, and I think that why would somebody look at it as a forgivable loan that helps with a great yield as an egregious thing? Because on the surface, we see 105 jobs, or whatever the number was, and that's a good thing. We want 105 jobs, and frankly, I love Golf Warehouse. They're the only place I buy gifts for my husband, because that's his only gig, and they have a good deal. They're a good business. So why would we look at this as egregious? And the answer is we're taking money out of the money that comes from other taxpayers. And while I'm sitting here and looking at the new jobs that are coming, I can't help but remember what I look at when I look at the back of the Business Journal each week. And that is a list of people and companies filing bankruptcies, the tax liens that are going on. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of companies who need help. And my problem isn't that we want to help companies survive. My problem is, and why I find it egregious, is that we're doing something that helps one company at a time. And I think that we really need to take an overall look at our tax policy and address the overall tax issue, because we are just have one of the highest tax rates on the plains. And that's why we get into these situations where we have to compete. And if we just had a better competitive tax rate, we could spare all of this and you could see less of me. So thank you very much for your time.